Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Yes, again, the beautiful reminder for you, for me, for every one of us that we get to choose. Remember, you always have a choice. Write that in your notes again. I always have a choice. You don't have to consent to things as they are. You can change all of that. Why? Because you've been given dominion over this earth. And what that means is that you've been given the power to change your circumstances, your results, the outcomes. And the way that that happens is by choosing your thoughts wisely. Remember, thought externalizes itself. As within, so without. Your outer world is a reflection of what's happening in your inner world, and your inner world is a world of thought. That's where the kingdom of heaven is. And when you tap into the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of thought, everything changes. See, that's the power that you have in you. That's what we're wanting you to understand. That's what both Dolly and I have tapped into when we stepped into the world of Bob Proctor. And he helped us to see these things. And then we used it. And from there, we gained an understanding of it. And now we're here sharing it with you. And that's what we're wanting you to have in you to live that way. You are so powerful. You have so much hidden potential in you. If you'll just tap into it and use those beautiful gifts that you have, which are your higher mental faculties, that's your imagination, your perception, your reason, your will, your memory, your intuition. See, if you'll just engage with those and strengthen them, you'll start to see a lot of big change in your life. Go and study those people who are highly successful and living the type of life that you would love to live. You know what you'll find if you start to listen to them and listen to the words they're sharing, which reveals how they're thinking, you're going to reveal that they engage beautifully with their imagination, perception, reason, will, memory, and intuition, which is why they deliver those outcomes. And you do the same for you. You can literally manifest this in your life, whatever you've written down. Now, keep in mind, with regards to this goal card, we don't manifest what we write on a goal card. We don't even manifest what we make in a vision board, and we don't even manifest affirmations. What we manifest is how we feel about them. Yes, feeling is the secret. See, that's where it's at. See, how you feel about this is what's going to determine what gets externalized. If you're emotionally involved with this just on the surface to where, oh, yeah, that would be nice if that happened. Oh, that would be great if that happened. I got news for you. It's not going to happen. See, you've got to be magnificently obsessed with this idea, so obsessed with it that, oh my gosh, you literally can't live without it. See, that is what's got to happen in you when it comes to your goal. And that's how everything in this world was delivered. Someone was beautifully focused from the ideal. They were loyal to that unseen reality. And because of that loyalty to that unseen reality, they delivered the outcome. That's what explains your phone. That's what explains the technology that we love, the airplanes that we fly in, the car that you drive, the home in which you live. See, everything is delivered the same. It's first a thought before it becomes an idea, before it leads to the feelings, before it leads to the physical actions, before it leads to the results. See, it goes from the top down, not from the downside up. And again, that's what we're wanting you to get in you. Now, what have we been studying? This beautiful gem here, the Master Key System. If you don't have a copy of this, make sure you have a copy of this. Get this exact copy if you want to read along with us word for word. And most importantly, yes, read it. Yes, memorize it. Yes, take notes on it. But most importantly, apply it. See, application, baby, that's where it's at. It's through the application of everything that we're sharing with you that it will deliver the change in your life. Okay, all of you, type it in the comments. Application, baby. That's where it's at. Application, application, application. All right, so shall we dive back into this? Of course we shall. Let's go into it. Here we go. Let's pull this up here on the screen. Now, where we are is on section 3, but the page we're on is actually page 330. Okay, so we're 330. And we're going to go here with this. Now, we talked about this before, but we're going to talk about it again. All great things come through recognition. The scepter of power is consciousness, and thought is its messenger. And this messenger is constantly molding the realities of the invisible world into the conditions and environments of your objective world. Now, my instructions for you were to put a big box around this. Put 2 boxes, 3 boxes around this, because this right here is masterful writing. And it's also a solution for you, provided you think this way. Now, again, really grab onto what he's saying here. All great things come not from, through recognition. Recognition. The scepter of power is consciousness, your awareness. Bob Proctor would talk about that. It's all about awareness, your consciousness. And what's beautiful about your awareness, your consciousness, is that there's no limit to the level of consciousness that you can attain here in your life on this earth. It's beautiful when you really think about it. You can get lots of new information. And isn't it interesting how there is a lot of information that you're being unfolded to, and how as you reason, because of your open mind, you're coming into new levels of consciousness. You're seeing things differently. Just when you thought you got it, oh my gosh, you get it again, and you go, oh my gosh, I didn't get it. I didn't have it at all. How many of you recognize that, right? It's crazy. It's like, whoa, what the heck is going on? Maybe you've read a passage. Maybe you've read something like this and you've heard it again and again and again. Maybe you've heard me say again and again and again, I always have a choice. You write it down. I always have a choice. I always have a choice. And all of a sudden, boom, it hits you. Oh shit, I got a choice. And you've heard it a couple hundred times. Well, what's changed? It's not the words. It's not the information. See, if you feel something different from those words, it's not because those words have changed. It's because you have changed. It's because your consciousness has shifted. And that's what we're wanting to share with you. This is why I repeat what I repeat so many times again and again and again. It's intentional, because I understand that repetition is what will get it into your consciousness. This is why it's so important for you to understand that application is the key, and why I say application, baby, application. I say it again and again and again. Why? Because I want you to have that in your consciousness. So again, the scepter of power is consciousness, and thought is its messenger. Remember, mind is static in form. Thought is the movement of your mind, which gives life to everything in the world. How you think is what matters most, not what you think. Earl Nightingale had it partially right. He said, you become what you think about most of the time. No, 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 no. You become how you're thinking most of the time. So thought is its messenger. And this messenger is constantly what? Molding. It's putting shape to this thinking substance that permeates, penetrates, and fills the inner spaces of the universe. It's constantly molding the what? The realities of the invisible world into what? Into the outer world, into the conditions and environments of your objective world. Now, the way that you can practice seeing this and embodying this way of thinking is just make it a pattern in your life to look at things in the outer world from the spiritual side. Do it like 3 times a day for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Look at the physical things that are in the world that were made from the point of view that it was in someone's mind first before it became the material thing. Remember, all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. See, all things were made by imagination, and without imagination was not anything made that was made. And you have one. You can materialize this. Think about your goal card. Wait for your goal card. Okay. If you have one, great. If you don't have one, get one. If you don't have one, make one. If you want one of ours, then reach out to us and we will share with you where to get them. You can click on the link that we provide you. Bam, go get one. Now, keep in mind, this is something that's imagined. You've got to understand this is already done. It's already finished. Whether or not it gets to the outer world is going to be totally dependent on whether or not you're going to be loyal to it in your unseen world, in your heaven. You being loyal to this unseen reality is what's going to determine its making in the outer world. Maybe that's you want to earn a lot more money, turn your annual income into your monthly income, attract an amazing group of clients. Maybe it's to speak on the stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Maybe it's to make that movie. Maybe it's to be the star in that movie. Maybe it's to sing hit songs. I don't know what it is for you. Well, that can happen, provided you are on the right frequency for it to happen. But see, you're the one that has to do that. Now, there are many people who do it unknowingly. If you were to ask them how they got there, they'll start talking about all the mechanical things that they did, not understanding that the real reason they got there was because they were on the frequency of it, because they believed, because that was how they were thinking. And that's what it's got to be for you. Now, before we proceed further, for those of you who are watching this live stream on the social media platforms, if this is resonating with you and you'd love to tap into this and watch the rest of these, the rest of this call, and also to have access to the replays, then go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your Mind. You'll be amongst a beautiful community of like-minded people who are acting on this information. And to top it off, you'll thank yourself later. Now, let's go ahead.